Well, I have had a lot of conversation about Nnamdi Kanu's situation, including revealing to the Nigerian people that his trial was pre-planned. Everything that eventually played out on the day of his conviction had already been exposed by me on November 5. Maybe we are only lucky that we fought a bit through the Free Nnamdi Kanu protest to have saved Nnamdi Kanu from the hangman's noose. They were going to sentence him to death. That was the plan. And you can check my Twitter and Facebook posts on November 5, because I was giving that information in advance. They also, as a result of that, got very upset that we had a protest in Abuja. They shot at us, tear gas, arrested his lawyers, myself, later, and took us to the court outside of, within Abuja, but, near Kuje, and sent us to prison for 4 days. After we were granted bail on a Friday, the judge who was supposed to sign off on our bail paper ran away. He didn't come back until Monday. They were already setting the agenda for Nnamdi Kanu's conviction, or whatever they were going to do. But when they realized that maybe this is not popular or not going to be popular, they kind of pulled back a bit and did the life imprisonment. And they have also realized that even the life imprisonment has not stopped his life or the life of what he stood for. Because it came at a time that, like I've always said, he prophetically predicted some of the things that are happening in Nigeria now. And when he was eventually convicted, those things have come full circle in terms of terrorism, the unchecked activities of the people you call terrorists or bandits who have been given preferential treatments in Nigeria over time. They always have the right, they can drive around in their convoys with vehicles seized from the Nigerian army. One of them wore a uniform of a police commissioner, an assistant police commissioner he killed. He wore his uniform to town. They were carrying their magazines and their heavy-duty weapons and ammunition and addressing press conferences. I insist that till date, the only evidence that was adduced against Nnamdi Kanu in his trial, the whole trial, was that he had a microphone and he had a radio transmitter and his underwear, both top and bottom, that he found in a hotel. Every other evidence they claim was against him were things that were circumstantial. Oh, he said that the people should kill police, even when he was not in the country. Oh, he was the one who made NSAS to become what it is. But there are celebrities in Nigeria who claim they started NSAS. I started NSAS in Abuja. And I was the one who gathered a lot of people that joined NSAS by calling them individuals, some of the celebrities. So if those ones are being celebrated for doing NSAS, why is Nnamdi Kanu being sent to prison for life? Just for speaking on the day of NSAS to say, oh, do this or whatever they said he said. So everything they accuse him of are things that they had no evidence caused any problem that they adduced caused. They even accused him of killing Gulag while he was in detention. I know something about being in DSS detention. You have zero access to communication. Even if you smuggle something, and they have a way of monitoring you. So how could somebody like that be sentenced to death? And a terrorist from one of the Boko Haram commander was sentenced to 20 years in prison. That is why Nigeria is where it is today. Some people in our animal farm, some animals are superior to others. And until that is addressed, until the justice applies to everybody in Nigeria, you are not going to get peace without justice. That's what so many of us have been saying, whether you like to hear it or not. But I feel it has come full circle now, that even those who felt like they can bamboozle others by saying, oh yeah, he did this, he's a bad person, they are now dealing with the real bad people. Unfortunately though, those real bad people have cover. They have immunity.
Wetin Sowore talk today fit make person cold though. Activist Omoyele Sowore don't come out with full chest, reveal say the government gets secret plan before to hang Nnamdi Kanu. Sowore say they be one sentence him to death, But na the Free Nnamdi Kanu protests, wey they do for Abuja, save his neck from the hangman. He say even the trial na pre-planned work to finish the IPOB leader. If you want to hear how they treat terrorists like kings while Kanu they suffer, stay with me. Sowore they talk about wetin happened for November 5, where he exposed the secret agenda against Kanu. He said the government vexed because of the protests, shoot tear gas at them, and even arrest his lawyers and himself. They even tried to delay their bail, just make the fit set the agenda for Kanu conviction. Nigeria na animal farm, some animals superior past others, so Ray used this one take describe the justice system. He said the only evidence they get against Kanu na microphone, radio transmitter, and his underwear where they find for hotel. He talks say they accuse Kanu of killing people even when he did DSS detention with zero access to communication. While Kanu get life imprisonment just for speaking, one Boko Haram commander wey kill people get only 20 years for prison. So Owore said this preferential treatment now why Nigeria no get peace, because no peace without justice. The allegation, a secret plot existed to sentence Nnamdi Kanu to death. The intervention, Sowore claims public protests forced the government to settle for life instead. The evidence, prosecution focused on his radio broadcasts and circumstantial links to NSAS. The comparison, terrorists are getting 20-year sentences while political speakers get life or death. The security, terrorists are reportedly driving convoys and wearing police uniforms while the state focuses on Kanu. Sowore explains say Kanu prophetically predicted the things where they happen for Nigeria now, especially the unchecked banditry. You wonder why celebrities will lead NSAS, they get praise, but they send Kanu to prison for the same NSAS matter. He said the whole trial was just to silence him because he gets a microphone. Sowore's view, Kanu is a victim of a pre-planned judicial hit job because of his words. The state's view, as criticized by Sowore, Kanu is responsible for violence and killings, including the death of Gulak. Wait first, you think this Sowore talk truth about this death plot? Why terrorists they get 20 years but Kanu get life? Abeg drop your thoughts for the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe to Africa Pulse for more raw truth. The key points recap. The summary. Sowore claims he exposed a plan to hang Nnamdi Kanu on November 5. Protests in Abuja reportedly shifted the sentence from death to life imprisonment. Sowore compares Kanu's microphone trial to Boko Haram's light 20-year sentence. He warns that Nigeria will never see peace until there is equal justice for all. Those real bad people get cover and immunity. Na so Sowore take round up. Until we address this animal farm justice, the country go continue to struggle. I be your host and I go see you for the next update. One love.